So today I thought I would tell you my top 5 Dragon Ball Z characters. From Dragon Ball Z, GT, Super, all of those combined. These will be my 5 favorites in general. In the Dragon Ball fandom, I feel like you can kind of tell a person based off of their favorite Dragon Ball characters. So I will start off by telling you my 5 favorites, the reasons why they're my favorites. And then in the comment section down below, you can tell me your 5 favorites. So let's have some fun. Alright, so I'm going to start off by going from 5 all the way to number 1. So here we go. My number 5 is going to be Vegeta. I feel like Vegeta had some wonderful character development in the Dragon Ball series. Because when we first meet Vegeta, obviously he's evil. Look at that. He starts off being evil. And then look at him in Super as he is a good guy who now has a family and wants to just save the world and protect it. And I like that we kind of get to see the transformation that Vegeta has, going from that really bad guy to that really good guy. Because I feel like once we hit the saga with the androids and Cell, Vegeta is still in that middle ground of do I want to be a bad guy? Do I want to be a good guy? It's really hard, but in the end we definitely got a good Vegeta, which is awesome. Another thing with Vegeta is he trained so hard to get where he is. He put so much hard work and effort, and he constantly put himself down, which was terrible, yes, but he knew that he could still keep growing and that he would still have this growth and keep going, which is awesome. I feel like being as prideful of a person that Vegeta is, that is what pushed him as hard to get where he is today. And even though Vegeta is such a prideful person, he did choose to save the Earth over his pride, especially as we saw in the Majin Buu saga. Obviously, it didn't 100% help, but it's good to know that Vegeta would rather save the Earth than be as prideful as he is. And how could we not forget that Vegeta's, he's a prince, technically a king, which just makes him an overall cool character. And of course, one of my overall favorite scenes with Vegeta is in the Battle of Gods movie, which we saw first. Of course, we did see in the actual Super Series too, is of course when Beerus slaps or hits Bulma and Vegeta went crazy, and he didn't even need to be in a Super Saiyan God form to even hit Beerus, which was awesome. That does show how much he loves Bulma and his family. Vegeta is such a good father to the point that he told Goku he can't go and do the training with him because Bulma was about to have a daughter. And that just shows what kind of person Vegeta is, which is awesome. And that is why Vegeta is in my top 5 characters. Alright, so on to number 4. My 4th favorite is Beerus. So reasons I like Beerus is I love Beerus's character design. I like how simple his outfit is, yet it still shows royalty in a way. It's simple but royal outfit, and I do love that. I love that he's purple. I love that he looks like a cat with no fur. That's really cool. Beerus has a wonderful sense of humor. He is half the reason there's so many funny jokes, especially in Super. And also, he's a god of destruction. How cool is that? When Beerus is angry, he is just so unstoppable, which is so cool. And I do love Beerus's love for food. I feel like we can all relate to Beerus in that way, with the way that he loves and eats food. Beerus is just such a powerful being that it's so scary sometimes in Super. The fact that he can just erase someone just like that from existence, the way he did to Zamasu. The fact that he can do that is so scary, yet so cool. The fact that Beerus even became a character in Super just seemed to open up all these new opportunities and characters for Super to create and have. And having Beerus there is like a wall for Goku and Vegeta, something that they can continuously train for and try and beat him, and it can make them even so much more powerful. And those are the reasons that Beerus is my 4th favorite Dragon Ball character. Number 3 on my favorite Dragon Ball characters list is going to be Whis. Probably no surprise there. So many of the reasons I love Whis is, one, especially his dubbed voice. Ian Sinclair does a wonderful job at voicing Whis. It's definitely one of my favorite voices from the Dragon Ball Z series in general, because the voice alone shows so much personality in Whis' character. Once again, going back to Beerus, Whis just has a wonderful sense of humor, and his love for food is great. Like I said, we all can relate to that. So the fact that Whis was obviously Beerus' trainer, and that he's so much stronger than Beerus, but he doesn't brag about it, but he is stronger, which is very intimidating about him. I love Whis' design. I love his outfit. I love his staff that he uses. And I absolutely love his hair. His hair looks like ice cream to me in a way, which is really funny and cool because Whis' love for food. So going back to what I said about Beerus, having Whis become a character in Dragon Ball has opened up all these new awesome possibilities and characters in the show. And Whis and Beerus just had such a strong impact on Dragon Ball Super. And they had such a strong impact on it because they were the first new characters that we got canon-wise for years in Dragon Ball. So it just felt like they were really bringing back that Dragon Ball Z that we all really love. Whis has a very peaceful and calming personality about him, even though he could destroy you like that, which is awesome. And I absolutely love the way Whis is so respectful towards anyone that he is around and the way he treats them. I feel like he is different than what people would think based off his looks. Like, you probably wouldn't expect him to be this really nice, respectful guy and be as classy as he is. One of my favorite things about Whis is that he is willing to try pretty much any food, but his reaction when he eats the food, like how happy it makes him when he eats the food, I love that because I feel like we all get really happy though when we eat food, and I love the way he just kind of squeals and like rocks his body around when he eats something that he really, really enjoys. I also feel like Whis is a character that is so different from every other character in Dragon Ball. And that is the reason that Whis is my third favorite character in Dragon Ball. Alright, so my second favorite character is Piccolo. I absolutely love Piccolo's design. I love the way that Namekians look. I love the pointy ears, their green skin. I just love the design completely about the Namekians. I loved that Piccolo was willing to take Gohan on and train him, but in that process of doing so, he ended up getting such a soft spot for Gohan. I absolutely love Piccolo and Gohan's like father-son almost like relationship that they have. And I mean, Piccolo has even sacrificed himself for Gohan before, and that's how much he ended up loving Gohan. I love that sometimes we get to see that soft spot that Piccolo has. Like, I loved to see when Gohan shows Piccolo a picture of his wedding day with Videl, and he was like, I know you'd want a copy of this, Piccolo. But of course, Piccolo was blinking, and the way his reaction to that was really, really funny. And I love that he's willing to watch Pan for Gohan and Videl, as we saw, especially in the Resurrection F movie. That was really cool. I like that Piccolo knows he's not the strongest character, but he is the coolest character too. One of my favorite scenes was probably that filler episode of Dragon Ball Z that we get when Piccolo and Goku have to learn to drive. I think that's one of the episodes that made me really start loving Piccolo. I loved that when they were learning how to drive, how terrible Goku was at it, but Piccolo was actually really good at it, you know, all that stuff. But I loved the outfit that he wore and how Goku would kind of make fun of it, but then he was like, these are your clothes from your closet that your wife gave me. And I just feel like Piccolo gave him such a burn, and that was just so funny. Piccolo can also use the special beam cannon. Like, come on, that is one of the best moves, in my opinion, that came out of Dragon Ball Z. Piccolo also outsmarts a lot of characters. Like when he gets Cell to admit that he needs the androids to absorb him. Like, that was all Piccolo's doing, and without Piccolo, they probably would not have been able to find out his plan. And I also love the way he outsmarts 17 during their battle, which is one of my favorite battles that came out of Dragon Ball Z. One of the things that Piccolo does that we don't talk about very often too is that he can generate clothes, which is really cool. And I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for saying this, but I know I'll probably get some people that agree with me too. But Piccolo is an overall better father than Goku. Now, don't get me wrong, I love Goku, but come on, Piccolo is obviously such a better father than Goku. And the fact that he destroyed the moon to save himself, of course, but also to save Gohan and to save the Earth. And overall, Piccolo is just such a humble character, which is why he is my second favorite character. Alright, so we have officially made it to my number one favorite Dragon Ball character, and that is Future Trunks. Future Trunks has been my favorite character ever since I was a small child, and that has never, ever changed. For one, I mean, I'm a lady, I'm going to say it, I mean, boys say it too, come on. Trunks is just one of the overall prettiest characters that is in Dragon Ball Z. The fact that he uses a sword is really cool because hardly anyone else in the show does, and that he can take down Frieza so easily. Trunks is cocky, but in the best of ways. Obviously, when he was a kid, he was really cocky, but even as an adult, he can be a little bit cocky sometimes, but like I said, in the best of ways. Trunks is just such a sweet character, and he wants nothing more than to protect the people around him. Also, Trunks does have one of the overall saddest backstories that came out, obviously, as we learned in the History of Trunks special. Like, he went through so much, and he is still fighting so hard for his people. The fact, too, like, for future Trunks, that he was able to defeat all the androids, Cell, and Babidi, all by himself for the most part, without needing the help of Super Saiyan 3 and God Ki, like, that was really cool that he's that strong that he could do that in his own universe. Another thing I love about Trunks is that he is willing to ask people for help. Like, he's not too prideful like Vegeta is, but and just enough to where he is asking people for help when he knows he needs it. When he came from the future to bring Goku and Vegeta and whatnot to help defeat Goku Black. And mentioning Goku Black, he was able to really hold his own against Goku Black, which was really cool, but also train himself and learn from his experience of fighting him. I also love that Trunks is really big on strategy, so he does plan out his moves. He does plan out his moves in his head. And I love how calm he stays in high situations. Like, he doesn't freak out and try and do all these things that don't work, and instead he keeps calm and tries to plan everything out so that he can win in the long run. So anyway, those are the reasons that those characters are my top 5 characters. And I will say again, go ahead and tell me your top 5 favorite characters. And you can tell me why too down in the comment section. Or if you agree with my top 5 at all. But anyway guys, thanks so much for watching this video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you would like some more Dragon Ball Z content or any content in general. Thank you so much guys. Bye.